Alright, everyone, welcome back. This is Troll Fight number 2 with Asaka and Nova replay style. This match will also visibly go faster because we're looking at it at a faster speed. Because the last one took 30 fucking minutes!
But unfortunately, battle is actually kind of longer.
Really? What the fuck is this? Oh, this is a special perfect guard for oracles.
Yeah.
That's
So, for Oracle, she uses Lulu as her starter.
You realize it's 6 o'clock, right?
Relax. Anyways.
You're going to get your stress-free time.
Anyways. Oracle Think Tanks. Stride.
If it makes you feel better, I will literally download Aura Kingdom.
You
this.
fucking better! Jesus Christ!
You all have proof. Nova
Shit.
will download Aura Kingdom if we yell at him because he hasn't. Then we have our proof. Anyways, back to the fight. So anyways, Nova guarded that first attack. Good thing too, because Asaka critical triggered.
One thing that a lot of people don't know about this deck is it's 12 critical.
Wait, hers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Asuka's deck is 12 critical.
Oh god.
I figured that out in my fight last night.
The sad part is that with the combination of Stride and Coco combination and all that, it gains enough hand for it to not care what its triggers are.
Mm-hmm.
All of the Susanoo. And
Yeah,
Tom.
unfortunately, that only makes things a problem for me in the late game.
And Tom.
She rides Tom because she has no choice. And I think I know past this.
But
wait.
You can't.
Wait.
That's a Tom!
I just realized! Oh my god, neither of us caught that!
Wow.
Neither of us caught that!
If that was the case,
What?
you would have not drawn that draw trigger. It would have gone to damage, which means you would have drawn whatever you just soul charged, which was a Dimension Creeper.
Yeah.
Way to go, Nova.
It's partly Asuka's fault for not realizing it. I would have just guarded it with something else.
It's still your fault, too.
Admittedly, yeah, it kinda is.
What do you have to guard with that, though? A perfect guard?
I would have.
That's
I would have
literally
dropped the
it.
Amon.
That's literally it.
I would have dropped the Amon a perfect guard because I don't want her to early critical. My strategy for this game was literally to early guard so that when she started getting her shit, like started striding, I wouldn't have to worry about her getting crits and killing me with them. I was prepared to do whatever I had to do in order to make that happen, even if it meant dropping an early perfect guard. So now she rides Susanoo, gets her 1-card draw. If she had rolled Coco, she would have gotten 2 more draws, but instead she decides to just stride and get the units in hand that way. That unit skill, it checks the top 2. One of them goes to hand, the other goes to bottom of deck. And she gets her unflipper. It's kind of weird that that's even in the deck, considering this thing doesn't actually have much soul. Is it one of those just-in-case things?
Well, I mean, it uses counterlast more than it does soul, so for what little soul she does get.
I suppose. It's just more that she's soulless by the time she gets to this point, so I don't see that getting much.
I guess that's also, I see that
ability.
point because Coco is a soulless card.
But then again, this is a modified version of what she was doing before, and before she was doing a Tsukuyomi style.
Oh, okay.
Which, through testing, we found out is actually weaker than this for a few different reasons. I perfect guard that because, one, I don't want to get critted, and, well, actually a few reasons. One, I don't want to get critted. Two, I want a Legion. which again is why I would have actually dropped the perfect guard before because I'm fueling Legion at this point.
And 3, the skill.
And 3,
Gives her more cards.
because I don't want her to add cards to hand with this skill.
All of those Sphere Megas, though.
And then with this, I think I also guard.
I mean, that one you technically don't have to.
I might not guard. I might not guard.
Because
But...
it needs a
No, wait.
catalyst.
I check my drop first. Realize I don't need to guard. Then I take the damage and I draw Doran.
Doreen! Yay!
By the way, this is a worthy troll fight because of the fact that I'm top decking way better than I should.
You also fucked up, but okay.
I just show that I top deck that.
Stop top decking. This is Nova, the master of the top deck.
I do main gold paladins.
Exactly.
I do main gold paladins.
Exactly. You are the master of top deck and trigger spam. Specifically, draw trigger spam.
I mean that's how gold paladins work.
No, Nova. No.
That's how my gold
No.
paladins work. Let's
So your
put it that
gold
way.
paladin is officially more about Luxac than anything else.
Pretty much.
So you rely on Luxac.
Yes. He does a calculative
yeah.
luck sack.
I mean, I could. The sad thing is, if I made it so that it didn't, it would actually be even more bullshit because then it would be like this.
Nova.
I mean, which is better?
I don't know.
I think Hell's Draw is pretty.
By the way, I put a shit ton of Amon cards in, and I think this is the fight where I realized I don't have Amon in the Vanguard very often. Like despite how much I put Amon, I have Amon cards. I don't do Amon that often, and I don't need to.
You don't. Although I'm on.
Yeah, I soul
Hell's
charge too.
Draw
I'm
is
getting a
pretty
bunch of
cool.
triggers from it.
I like that card.
But in this deck, soul charging triggers is good
Because you can Soul Blast them and then get them back.
because I can soul blast them and get more soul charge.
This is the 12k attacker for an Amon, which you are not.
And I don't have an Amon in the Vanguard, so it's just a beat stick.
Well, with Doreen, it's a beat stick. I feel
Exactly.
like these
Doreen makes
powers
every-
should be switched.
With Doreen, everything is a beat stick. So 30,000 to the Vanguard because I already have 6 in soul.
So then we draw,
I get a draw trigger,
and a heal trigger.
and the draw gave me another Doran, by the way.
Oh, it did.
And then a heal trigger.
Okay, see now these powers look about right. And there's the
No,
fourth
those
Sphere
powers look
Magus.
cool. Yeah. And by the way, look at what I just got from that. From that draw.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Nova, your draws, you luck sack. You top deck.
And I think this is where I even make mention of it, that this is even happening. My draws are... I just have to make mention. That's what I got from my draw trigger. And then this is what I got from the starter skill. There aren't a lot of decks that can deal with this. I mean, I know specifically what can deal with this. For one, if I tried to use this on Mythos, it wouldn't work.
What?
You would kick his deck's ass.
If I were to use this on Mythos, it wouldn't work because he put a sniper mark on every single Doran on the field and just kill them maliciously.
Of course.
This is Mythos.
He would just go into sniper mode and shoot them all on sight.
So we have Stride. Dropping the Coco. For the return
because
of the
it's
Quillen
10k and uses the skill
for
to
Susanoo.
get more card in hand. By the way, I think you can tell my next turn is kind of set. That I'm gonna Doran and I'm gonna Izia.
No shit. If you don't,
And I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
be
kind
mad at you. So she grabs a Susanoo from that.
because she wants to do more stride later.
She calls a Sphere
And she
Magus.
calls her Sphere Maguses because she realizes she's out of heals.
And Sphere Magus is what, like?
It's a returning heal
I'm
trigger.
trying to think of all the return heal triggers though, because I know Lozenji, but it still counts.
That
'cause it's working.
Lozenge and there's
Angel
a
Feather.
Angel Feather one,
I think that's
and
it.
that's
Though.
it.
Yeah, there's very few return heal triggers.
And there's a reason for that.
No shit.
Those
Really, you
triggers
don't
aren't meant
need
to
to.
be
You really don't need to when you're doing fucking Legion. You can put it back anyways.
Yeah, but now now that stride is a thing, people are actually doing less Legion
Well, no shit.
outside of the decks that are already Legion. In which case they have to choose: do I want a Legion or do I want a stride? That was kind of the thing Zot was going through before. Oh, and I know guard this because I obviously don't have the hands to guard it. But she doesn't get a trigger.
However, she does get to add more cards to her hand.
And unfortunately, Adoran goes into the damage zone.
She gets a Gemini.
You know, I would have wanted that Doran to be in my hand, so I could just play it and complete the set. Just put that behind Vanguard and complete the set. Even though that would probably be kind of bullshit.
No, but
And then
shut
that's
up.
when everything burns.
That's when we set fire to
Yeah,
your field.
Oh no, my deck can literally clear out a field in half a turn.
Yeah, that's why I say I can't do this on Mythos, because his field would kill everything that is a problem to him.
It's just like, oh, stride ride skill. Kill something. Oh, it's adorable. I'm gonna kill something else. Oh, that's cute. Another thing dies. Oh, hey, guess what? Another 2 things die.
Just
Yeah,
watch.
Mythos has gained the ability to kill 5 in one turn with stride.
Just watch
Without
the
even using
entire
all of his resources, that's the
field
funny thing.
burn.
You only need to use like 2 counter blasts to kill a field.
You could probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I wasn't sure what cards exactly he was referring to, so I can't actually add.
Yeah, I
context.
re-legion at this point. I re-legion at this point so I can add even more to Soul and get some of my triggers back in deck. And I decide I'm gonna Doran,
2, 3, 4,
and then I'm gonna Izia.
7, 8, 9.
I should have like 8 in Soul right now, 7
You have
or 8.
9.
Yeah, so basically, when I Soul Blast a grade 0 to Soul Charge 2, I'll be at 10.
Yep.
And when I'm at 10, I can give 5,000 power to 2 units. And I actually took this match to look at that, and I realized, wait, it doesn't say 2 rear guards, it just says 2 units.
It does?
Smooth, dumbass. Very, very smooth.
It does?
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh boy. I'm kind of with Asaka on this. You fucking suck. Oh boy, this sucks. Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh my god.
I don't think anyone knew what this was capable of.
Oh my god.
Was I really
Until
the
this
only
match.
one that knew?
Probably.
Was I really the only one that knew?
Probably. Soul Blast at grade 0.
People just didn't know that this was a thing. No one looked at this. Everyone just thought it was... Everyone just
There
was
goes
looking
a draw
at the new
trigger and a
stride,
critical. That sucks.
the Gear Chronicle, Nova Grapplers. Like, people saying Nova Grapplers are borderline OP. This is borderline OP.
Oh my god.
And then I play a Dimension Creeper just to have a booster. Just so that hits for just so that hits for more than 25. I think it hits for like 30. Yeah, it hits for 32 now. And I give 5k to 2 units. I just give it to my 2 front row rears. Because she's either gonna no guard or perfect guard my Vanguard anyway. I don't have to give that more power.
So
My
after
twin
all,
drop gives me another draw trigger.
already after soul charging, the draw and the crit he would have gotten. He got a draw again. Nova. Nova. And Hell's Deal.
And I draw another draw trigger, I think.
What?
No, that's not a draw
That's
trigger.
a Hell's Deal.
No, I mean from the draw.
No, you drew Hell's Draw from that.
Okay.
Your hand is literally House of Amon, Hell's Draw, Trick, Draw, and Deal. And Shuri. Shirley. It's so purpley pink.
And then I'm just hitting for insane numbers at this point. I also made a mistake in attacking with the stronger unit first. Because I lost track of which one was stronger. I'm not even kidding.
Well done.
I attacked with the stronger side first because I lost track of which was stronger.
Well done, Nova.
Probably should have paid more attention to that.
Yeah, fucked up. And Nova being
I mean, it didn't matter.
lazy, moves his card around rather than adjusting the power.
Do you understand how much longer it would have taken for me to actually press the space bar and readjust all the power?
It's really not that much of a deal.
More keystrokes than what I feel like doing in one time.
Nova, you're a fucking lazy bastard. Anyway,
I
so we
really
have
am.
Stride again with Quillen. With Susanoo, I think. Is she gonna Susanoo?
Yeah, and Susanoo's counter blast skill happens again.
Because why the fuck not? Or not. Or maybe.
Yeah, she doesn't do the skill, I think because she wants to keep counter blast.
Put in a Psychic Bird to the soul to draw a Psychic Bird. Which then she uses
And then
Lemonade
she's gonna...
to soul blast.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Asuka literally has to do everything she can conceivably think of doing to deal with this. She's thinking about all of her resources, all of her powers,
Which
all of her
she should
skill.
be doing. Especially against someone like you, Nova.
Well, especially against me when this happens.
I'm gonna burn both fields. Actually, I burned Asuka's field pretty quick. Not that it mattered, but it was just like...
No, you did, and actually you did really well against Asuka comparatively, because this is her best deck, and not a lot of people can deal with it.
I had actually just made that deck. And I used it all of once. No, twice. Before doing that team training.
Well, that's the reason why the team training was there, because I wanted to see how her newly made strongest deck would go against your newly made strongest deck. It was basically just for that reason. And then the other 2 matches were just to make it actual team training.
All the way until the end, I would say it was pretty evenly matched, even with the hand difference.
Yeah, it was evenly matched because for all the hands she was getting, you were killing her entire field, so she had to use a bunch of hands just to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
It was even.
I didn't actually watch those training matches.
They're on the channel, and I
they're
wanted
on
you
the
to see it
channel. I didn't bother watching.
before seeing that, just to be sure. And yeah, at this point, she was gonna put down the Gemini, but she decides instead, I want my heal trigger back in deck. I want my heal trigger back! Because I don't know how much longer I can guard this. I mean, she's at 4 damage, and she only has 2 heal triggers in deck. She might as well put the 3rd back.
The other
which
one
is
could.
basically what when Zora was card fighting, that's what she kept doing with Angel Feathers and Oracle to an extent.
So twin drive. I mean, okay, triple drive.
Triple drive.
I want like a different word for triple. It bothers me.
I get a perfect guard into the damage zone, and at this point, I think I just guard everything else.
I need to think of like a word for triple.
They all sound like triple or close to it.
Bothers me though.
Like trace check, triple trouble.
What the fuck?
That's what a lot of people. That's what a lot of people think of it as. Triple trouble coming up.
That sounds so stupid.
Oh yeah, she goes straight for Izia, and I protect it
Aw, poor Easy.
because I want it to stay. And then she attacks the Vanguard, and she attacks the Vanguard to get the draw. I think I guard.
Do you guard? Yes, you do.
Yeah, because at this point I'm looking at it, and like I said, I've come to the conclusion that if I can guard, I'm gonna guard, because I know how many crits this deck runs. So I draw Doran.
Yes, yes, you do.
So that's going in front of the other Doran. So I'm just gonna have my left and right side all with things that gain power from soul charging. I take a minute to think about what I want to
With this
do.
top deck. Nova.
I take a minute to think about what I want to do because I can get a soul charge too, but I can get more if I decide to say fuck the booster. Which I'm gonna say now I actually do decide to just fuck the booster and put Sherry there.
Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley. Sherry and Shirley are very similar sounding names. It sucks that there actually is a Sherry in Vanguard as well, the Jewel Knight.
If he didn't do any of this soul charge crap, he would have gotten a critical trigger and a draw trigger. Again. You say fuck the booster. And from the draw, you would have gotten... Oops, did too early. And easier. If he just left the field the way it was, he would have criticaled and drawn, and he would have drawn another easier.
Yeah, but at the same time, she would have guarded.
I'm just saying, for future reference, it's still fucking stupid that he managed this.
So yeah, now I have a 30k side, a 33k side, and my Vanguard. And once again, I give 5k to both my front row. So it's a 35k side. Oh, by the way, I also did the power wrong here. I gave 9k to the sides. It was supposed to be 12. So everything is supposed to be 6k more. I mean, everything is supposed to be 3k more.
Way to go, Nova.
So that would be a 41k column. And
Perfect guard.
what's that side?
I don't know, I'm not really.
And then draw trigger. And then heal trigger.
I'm confused. She unflipped.
Confused about what?
She unflipped and there's no copy of it.
Did she unflip?
Yeah, she unflipped the card right there. This is the card she just used. There's no copy.
Huh. I think we both lost track at this point.
You clearly
Because I
did, because
wasn't
you
looking
fucked
at
up
that.
Tom, you're fucking up Power, and now we fucked up an unflip.
The power of Dark Irregular is just forcing us to fuck up. I honestly want to say that any deck that doesn't retire is probably screwed outright by this.
Did you miscount your powers again?
Yeah, this is when for one, this is when I miscount my power because that's supposed to be 3k stronger for both. So she actually needed a 5k more to guard that.
Well done, Nova.
And that would have been 51. That would have been 51.
Not that it matters.
Not that it matters because she just says fuck guarding it.
What the fuck is an 8k vanilla doing?
Tom. She runs multiple 8k
I
vanillas
just
so that she
realized
can...
that was a grade 1. I thought it was a grade
Yeah.
2. I'm sorry. I was mighty confused. I'm like, when has there ever been an 8k vanilla grade 2? What?
That would be some shit.
That would be shit. I feel like a fucking retard. Hey, look.
Not your fault, it's a new card.
Hey, look. It's a stride. We got the fancy stride.
Yeah, and she counterblasted too so she can check her top 4. I think that's what she did.
Yeah, it was the... Yeah, she's using that skill. Because she flipped that face up down here.
And at this point, we're both running out of deck, by the way.
One whose soul charges a lot. An Oracle Think Tank that draws a lot.
Weird match.
Very weird match. It's like, who's gonna deck out first?
That's almost what this turns into, believe it or not.
Of course, with my deck, I can soul charge and draw. So I'm double screwed.
Yeah, except you end it quickly.
Yeah, I managed to end it quickly. Or at least I tried to.
Basically, you end it quickly unless something goes wrong.
Yeah, which happens more than you think it should.
There's always room for error. And now she calls a Tom because she calls a Gemini for the Tom.
So it can actually hit for a good number.
Tom is really horrible in this deck just because it runs 12 crit.
Tom is evil.
So you can put 2 critical triggers on a Tom.
That's terrifying.
after you just guarded a stride.
Pretty much. It's like you're fucked one way or another.
Yeah. And Asuka's deck is basically built to do that. I wouldn't say it's built around that, but it's built to do it. So whenever you see Tom on Asuka's field, destroy it. She attacks with Tom first to try to make me take early damage so she can try to double crit me to end it. But I guard Tom. I guard Tom correctly.
Yes, you guard Tom correctly this time.
The reason she didn't attack with the Vanguard first was because she wanted to make sure that
Tom would actually
I
hit.
didn't trick. She didn't want me to trigger check something that would make it easier to block Tom in case she didn't trigger.
Can we just get like a triple crit check right here and end this? There's one.
At this point, Asuka's wishing and hoping for it. She wants this to end. She is terrified of what this deck is doing.
Damn.
And then the second check is not a critical.
No, it's the special perfect guard, which you can now unflip correctly. So.
And then she
And
realizes,
Tom.
damn, it's not over here. And Tom. So that means I have to deal with that later.
I don't understand.
And then I get a heal trigger.
I don't understand. This is supposed to be times 2 the speed. This is not going times 2 the speed.
The sad thing is this is with times 2 speed. If we did with times 1 speed, it would be worse.
This sucks.
That's why I said times 2 speed.
This sucks! Because it's longer than the first one already!
I would have said to do the first one with times 2 speed and this one with times 3, but you went too fast.
Someone kill me.
I should have said to do this one with
Is this
times 3
almost
speed.
over? Please tell me this is almost over.
Yes.
Is it gonna end this
Yes,
turn?
actually.
Or do you lose, so you lose next turn?
Also, my deck count isn't correct.
Obviously.
I'm just putting that out there for anyone who's wondering why I only have 4 cards left in deck. That deck count is not correct.
That's a glitch when
all.
you, do it in
When you
replay.
watch a match that goes longer than 20 minutes, it always does that.
Actually, I noticed it's... Ow. Okay, it'll start right at the start is where it starts to miscount. Because when you put stuff back to redraw for your starting hand, it won't count those cards that you put back.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. That's how it works.
It doesn't count when you redraw. That's okay.
I was watching it earlier, and I'm like, why isn't it going... What the fuck is this soul, by the way? What
I
the
just
fuck is
seen
this
soul
soul?
charges.
Oh my god.
It hits over 20 by the end.
It does.
And then I Dimension Creeper.
So that deck count is wrong.
Actually, yeah, this is one of the last turns of the match. Now that I remember.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, actually, this is my last turn.
9, 10, 11, thank God. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. Thank God. That means it'll end.
Well, it's technically, but let me just say, don't stop it immediately.
Okay.
Don't stop it immediately after the 6 damage is dealt.
Okay.
So after this, I count up how many times I soul charge and start adding the powers. And by the way, this is where I read Sidekicker and realize I can give the power from its second skill to the Legion and the Mate.
That's some bullshit.
So at this point I decide I don't need a booster.
Because you're gonna get a 15k booster.
Because I'm gonna get boosted for 15k anyway.
That's some bullshit.
And with these rears being the way they are...
I don't know what you're doing, but you need to teach me the way.
Yeah, Asuka's just like, I don't know how you're getting these numbers, but I want to learn. I want to know how to do this. So this is 35. If I had called the draw trigger, it would have been 40k.
Congratulations, Nova, you can add.
No, the reason I say that is because look at what she has to do to guard.
I know.
She decides... Yeah, she's enamored by the numbers. She's trying to count what the rears are going to be.
This is going to be 48. This is going to be 51.
Yeah.
I can add. Yay, I can math. And I can't math during my own matches.
Well, this is good. This is a good way to teach you how to math because there's a lot of math in this. So yeah, I have a 48 rear column and a and a 51 rear column. If I'd had that 40k column
For the Vanguard.
as well, it would have been even more. But I didn't do it for a specific reason. It was because I knew she had 2 perfect guards in hand. But she actually decides she's not going to use the perfect guards for this because she needs them for the
51!
rears.
7 plus 4 is 11, and then you carry the 1. I can math. There you go, yay!
No, see, she realizes it's actually 51.
Not that it matters, it doesn't change the guard. Whether it's 51 or 52, it's the same guard.
So she starts dropping cards so that she doesn't have to use the perfect guard to do this.
So that's 21, 26, 31, 36. That's 1 to pass. That's 2 to pass.
If I had dropped the Easier, that would have been a. I mean, if I had dropped the draw trigger, it would have been a 1 pass. But my twin drive makes it inconsequential anyway. First drive check. Amon's master. Second drive check.
Amon's. You're
Amon's master.
shit on. Get shit on, Nova.
That's basically what came up to this point.
And so now when she uses
But-
the perfect guards, because there is a copy of the perfect guard in here, the skill
She
then
gets
goes off.
unflips.
I'm just making a note of that again because people are probably going to get this wrong. You can only unflip if you have a copy of itself already in the drop zone. That means if you use it on the Vanguard and you drop the perfect guard, you can actually use it. But still, the first time there wasn't, which is what kind of bothers me.
And also, as a second note, you can't use it to guard rears.
That too.
Also, you don't get the unflip unless you discard to do the perfect guard skill.
Basically, if you get it
You
in
don't-
a quintet, just because it, even if it wasn't from your hand, it's still, you don't get it.
It doesn't go off, and you don't get the unflip either.
Has to be front hand.
basically,
Has to be for the Vanguard, and you have to have a copy of it in the drop zone for to get the.
Basically, don't use that type of perfect guard with quintets because it's not worth it.
Exactly. That's why if you don't run a very heavy counterblast deck like myself, then you don't have to worry
Just
about
use
it.
the original perfect guards.
Then you can
Realize
use it.
my deck stops giving a fuck about counterblast.
I was talking about my deck.
I know, but my deck literally is just like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna counterblast 5 cards. I'm gonna unflip all 5 of them.
And notice the bullshit that Nova has accomplished. He killed his Asuka's entire fucking hand.
Yes, I killed the OTT hand.
In one turn.
In one turn, I just killed the OTT hand.
To kill an OTT hand is an accomplishment. Very much so. And note, if Asaka could not live that turn, she would have lost because she drew a critical trigger, which was going to be the damage. So now she saved the Coco and strides one more time. And Nova
Because
is
at this
doomed to
point,
die.
she feels like she just has no point. I'm putting my powers back to normal
Yeah, that's what Nova's doing because he's lazy.
because I'd rather do it that way than to actually spacebar and type for every single card.
Because Nova's lazy. So
If
now.
I have an easier way to do something, I will do the easier
So,
way.
Asaka strides the descended sword deity. What the fuck? Takemikazuchi. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yep.
She does the
Takemikazuchi.
counterblast, I think.
And gets a Tom.
Isn't it counterblast 2, though?
No, she did counterblast once for Susanoo's ability.
Oh, I was wondering what was going on. I was mighty confused. So,
Now she's doing
counterblast
counterblast
1
2
for
for that.
Susanoo. Then we do it again for Takemizuchi. I'm gonna learn this name. One way or
It's
another.
in Blaze Blue. I'm almost certain it's in Blaze Blue.
Is that the
It's
name
the
of the...
final boss.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was actually it, because it sounded familiar.
Takamikazuchi is a Noxnic Taurus satellite.
Oh, it's that thing. See, I wasn't sure if that was it or not because I knew the name was close, but I'm like, is this really it?
I'm
So
still
yeah,
trying. I'm still
Vanguard
trying.
lets you. Still trying to
Continue.
what?
I'm
Still
still
trying to what?
waiting for Izanagi to show up and just be like, you know what? Fuck all of you. Because we have Izanami, we have Tsukuyomi, Susanoo, Amaterasu, Takamikazuchi. Where the fuck is Izanagi? Turns out Ragna is Izanagi.
I
You
think
know
if we
what?
did that, we'd break the game.
You know what? At this point, it's either
I
gonna be
can't tell if you're
Ragna.
talking about BlazBlue or Vanguard because they both fit.
You know what? I wouldn't mind an Izanagi in Vanguard either, because then I would literally play whatever clan Izanagi is in. And then
Well,
find a way to tack in Dragonic Overlord.
But what if
Because
it's in
why
like?
not?
But what if Izanagi is in like Let me think of a good clan. Spike Brothers.
in Mythos.
I would cheat. I would legit cheat. If it was in Spike
Mythos
Brothers,
would
I would still use it.
By the way, at this point, Asuka's saying fuck everything and calling all the Toms.
Tom. Suddenly she's boosting Tom with Tom.
Unfortunately,
Morikawa
look
logic.
at my hand. I
Morikawa
can't
logic.
guard the Vanguard and I can't guard the rears except with Sidekicker. I mean, except with Izuya.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you do have to heal to live. Do you have heals left? There's 3.
Probably not.
You actually don't have any heals left.
Damn.
You don't. There's
Wait, actually,
one
I think
here.
I do. No, wait, no, I don't.
One here. There's
What?
2 in your drop. There's 1 over here in your damage, and there's 1 over here in your soul. You don't have
So
any
yeah,
heals left.
she heal triggers.
Oh, she does.
Gives the power to the weaker of the 2 Toms.
The heal is to spite you, Nova. You don't have heals.
No, watch what happens. She didn't get a trigger other than the heal. And my damage check, critical trigger.
Wow.
Oh.
So in other words, if that unit in my hand was not a grade 0, if it was any other unit, I would have guard.
So she decides to kill the
If my
intercept.
drive check had gotten me a grade 1 or a grade 2, I would have guard.
If it was a draw trigger, which you don't have, and would have gotten you.
And we actually play what the turn would have been like after this, had that not happened. Which is the main...
Nova. Nova.
He died.
Shit. Okay, so in other news, uh,
There he is.
oh, okay, never mind. Nova, you're back.
Apparently I got out.
Well
But
done.
I was saying that if that had been a grade 2 or a grade 1 in the twin drive or that draw trigger, then I literally would have had guard, and we play out what happens beyond this point.
If she had taken 2 damage, that would have been a heal trigger for 6 damage.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have a Mon in hand, and I was gonna use it, and she doesn't have a perfect guard.
Oh god. Hey, look, you actually have the ability to Amon.
Yeah, because there's one in drop,
Is there?
or there's one in deck, one or the
There's
other.
one in deck. I just
Okay.
looked.
I knew it was one or the other. I just kind of forgot which.
Nova, you clearly did too much.
Because if I needed to, I was actually gonna drop an Amon to. I was gonna drop that Amon to call the other Amon, just to make sure I had enough. Just to make sure I had the power to do it. So look, this is where I just look at. This is what would have happened had the match went on. I would have put back my heals, put back crit, and I know Amon is in deck this time. Also, I have 5 damage, so she can't heal trigger from the first check, which we all know now would have been the first damage check.
It would
Would have
have
been the heal.
No, it would have been the crit. She put it back wrong.
No, she didn't.
No, she did.
Because the heal came first, then the crit.
No. She crit and then healed. I saw it in her hand. The crit was there first.
Either way.
She would have 6 healed.
Yeah, but
I guess it really doesn't matter because
she wouldn't have 7th healed. I have 3 crit.
The point is, it actually wouldn't have mattered because Sphere Magus went back, so the deck was shuffled anyways.
True. So yeah, I soul charge 3, so I just put 4 units into soul. During power up, activate.
Holy hell, that's a good number by itself. I don't want to know how many are in soul. I don't want to know. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That was 24 that I just missed. That's 24.
Plus 1.
I said 24 because I just missed the 1. It's 20.
Well, I mean plus 1 because I just
No,
did,
that's what I'm saying. It's 23 plus the 1. That's 24.
So I give 3k to... And then I just give 3k to a unit. What unit did I give 3k to?
I would have given it to the Amon. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think Nova just let it float there.
It's just gonna float there. And
No, I actually think, and I do give it to something.
Really?
Because I'm thinking what gets more benefit from it.
The Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I realize how powerful. No, the thing is now I'm looking at how powerful is the Vanguard on its own because I think I start adding that up. Yeah, this is what the Vanguard is on its own.
Yeah, if you gave it to this rear Amon, it doesn't change the guard. But if
it doesn't change the guard on either of the rear guards.
But it does for the Vanguard.
So I think I probably...
You did. I just
yeah, then I just give it to the Vanguard because I realize it doesn't change the guard either way. I call a 5k booster, and now I'm gonna attack. This is the power.
That's disgusting.
Okay. No.
And 3 crit.
I broke that with Saint Blow Dragon.
No, I'm just saying, and 3 crit.
Well,
okay.
So she doesn't have perfect guard, so she would have had to take that. There is no choice.
No choice in the matter. I mean, she could call everything, but I don't think it would be enough.
It wouldn't be enough. And then there's the rears.
41, 51.
It wasn't enough.
It's literally 5k short.
It really is.
It's 5k short of 1 pass.
That sucks. And it was 1 pass.
And I got a heal trigger anyway.
Well, it's okay. We all know that Nova actually lost. So.
Yep, Nova lost it.
No, I lost the match. I'm just showing this is what this deck is supposed to do. Like this turn here is what the deck was made to do. It just happens to do other shit that happens to be a little worse.
Can we leave?
Getting there.
Are we done?
And now we see that she would not have even healed. Oh yeah, and at this point Asuka got pissed because she actually had
critical.
She had like I think 2 heals left in the deck.
She does. I just checked.
And neither of them came right there. They were all on the bottom.
That sucks. Okay, that's enough. We're done with this match.
End of it. That's the
Fuck
end.
this. Nova is clearly a cheater. We all fucked up. Remember to check the rulings and such. That's
also, this deck is fucking powerful.
Nova's fucking dumb. Bye.